There is so much. There is so much. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is a dragon coffee mug that my husband found for me at DragonCon a few years ago. She's just pretty dragon. It's pretty dragon. That's it. And in our DragonCon dragon coffee mug is a, this will be our last or second to last by the time you see this. Sips by Tea. This is from Walter Bay, growers of premium Ceylon tea. This is their vanilla Rooibos, like that. And tea with a purpose. Without question, the care provided to our workers and families is directly reflected in the quality of our tea. By purchasing this tea directly from the grower, you are promoting social environmental sustainability. And this doesn't say what's in it. I'm assuming vanilla, Rooibos. Anyway, let's go ahead and give her a sip. She's actually been steeping for a minute or two. And these temples are beautiful from inside the package. I do think the packaging is a bit excessive, but for all I know, it's biodegradable. However, the temples are beautiful. It's a nice large temple, and the tea looked reasonably, not chunky, but it had some chunks in there. So we're going to go ahead and give her a sip, and we will get started. She smells nice. Ooh. Ooh. I suspect I slightly over-sugared it, but just a little bit. That is good. You get that vanilla in there. It's nice. Really, really nice. Really nice. Anyway, so today we are going to go through the 2020 list of my indie brands that I was planning to do for this year, plus show you some of the extras, and we're going to talk about this year, 2020. This is going up in early January, so last year. And we're going to talk about what I plan to do for 2021 and some of the brands for that. So let's just go ahead and dive in. I had a list of 12 indie brands last year. I think my list is going to be a little bit shorter this year. I think I'm at 10. I think. But I got to try all but 2 of them. So let's talk about the ones that I tried. I'm not going to do a lot of swatching. I'm not going to actually go in depth on anything. Some of these things will have been reviewed previous to this or will be coming up in a review after this. And some of them I'm still working on reviewing because I got them late enough in the year that I'm still playing around with them. And anyway, so my list included, this is huge. And some of these I bought more than one thing, but at any rate, so the first thing I got was I managed to Give Me Glow. I got the palette that I actually wanted. It will probably be the only palette I purchased from them. This has a review that will be up or is already up. I managed to get Melt. This is the radioactive palette right there. But I also bought the Muerte palettes, and she's in the parties, and I got the Muerte because I couldn't resist. In fact, the Muerte was my first purchase from Melt. I just love this packaging, and the color stories are very complimentary. Whoa, no. They're very complimentary, so that one's all brights, and this one has darker shades, and they work really well together. And then I also got, like I said, the She's in Parties. This is a mauve palette, like that. So these also I will already have or will be having a video go up on them very soon. So obviously the fact that I ended up with 4 of them shows that I've actually really liked them. And there's some others from them that I want to pick up. I got the Certify that I had planned to get. However, that has already been given away. It has been reviewed, and that review should already be up. I picked up, I think I ended up picking up 4 of the JD Glow eyeliners. That is all I really wanted, was the eyeliners. I'd heard a lot about them from the Beauty News girls. And I like them, but I don't like the method of application. For them to work for me, I literally have to tap them out on my little palette thing that I use, like my painter's palette, and then use my brush method. I do not like those thin little, tiny little brushes that they use. That said, the formula is good. I do really like the silver, but I'm not sure I would repurchase these just because I have found other stuff that's cheaper and may not have quite the glow of the silver or anything like that, but that is much easier for me to use. I don't know if I'm going to actually review these. I might. We'll see. Then I also tried, based on a friend's recommendation, Firenze. That would be these first 6 right here. But I tried their multi-chromes, so I may have to try them again. The multi-chromes did not impress me as much. They just didn't seem to multi on my eyes very well. So I may try to pick up some of her other shimmers and stuff at another time. They are not cheap, so they're not something I would pick up right away. I also tried the 2 twin names. They're not quite twins, but anyway. I tried Lorella. I got a mystery box from them. I'm still playing around with this palette, so review should be coming up hopefully sometime earlier in the year. And then I also finally got my Lowella. I got me a Lowella set plus 2 extra brushes, and I also sent a Lowella set to my middle daughter. Hopefully she enjoys them. Lowella actually ended up being astonishingly, amazingly, they had great customer service. We actually lost the first shipment to my daughter. And these are not cheap brushes. These cost me about $60, $65 for the set. So not cheap. And got the ones for my daughter, and the ones for my daughter did not arrive like when they were supposed to. So when I contacted them about it, I did mention that this was a gift and she was waiting for them. She hadn't seen them. They appeared to be, they said in the USPS that they were delivered or non-deliverable or something. There was something in the USPS, kind of went around in circles. There was a problem in the addressing, and we talked about it, and they completely shipped her out a new set. And I really, really appreciate that. I always will be willing to go back to brands who take that extra mile. So I do they are expensive. The brushes are beautiful though, and they're soft, and I love them. I love them. I pick them out of this huge thing of brushes that I have and use them all the time. So I highly recommend them. They're very much worth the cost. So that is Lorella and Lowella. I am still working on it, but I did get quite a few things from Kaleidos. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got their new lavender palette. I picked up a bronzer, I picked up a lipstick, and I think there was something else. But anyway, I picked up like 3 or 4 items. I also got Zoeva. All I have right now is the foundation. I did pick up, my daughter did pick up the one of the palettes for me. It wasn't the palette that I was wanting. The palette that I think the palette that I want has been sold out. So she got me the palette. It had some warm, spicy tones. It was her spicy type palette. And it did end up not working on me because it is way too many neutrals. I do have a review up on the foundation somewhere. I currently use this as in place of regular highlighter to highlight under my eyes because this color is way off. It is so far off, it is nowhere close. So, but it makes a good under eye highlighting type concealer, so I use it for that, and I intend to use it up for that. So, but you can find that review probably in my very last foundations hunt video that has been up. It's been up for a while. The next one I also don't have the palette for, and that is Amy Hart's Beauty. They are closed. They're one of 2 brands that I attempted to try this in 2020 that ended up closing before the end of the year. The Amy Hart's Beauty The palette was beautiful. I believe I gave it to my daughter. The palette was beautiful, but I found the shadows kind of flaky and with a lot of fallout, and I just didn't see the kind of results that I need for my eyes. Wasn't overly impressed, as I recall. Like I said, I can't show you. I gave it away. It's gone. And she's closed anyway, which is really kind of sad. From what I saw on her Instagram, on their Instagram, there was some kind of legal thing. So I don't know what that's all about. But they're closed, so sadly. The other two that I did not get, one of them was because I couldn't, when I first picked them, there was a palette I wanted, and that was Alien Cosmetics. When I finally got around to going there to looking for the palette, they didn't have it anymore. It was out of stock or something. So it was like another one of those, it's limited edition, or it was coming back sporadically or something. So I never actually found anything else I wanted. I went 2 or 3 times looking at the site, and for the prices you pay, I wanted to make sure that I loved it. I didn't see anything that I felt that even if it was, that I would love if it was good. And so I ended up not buying from them. The other one, however, I've spoken of the issues I've had with them. And that is DoColor or DoColor. Not sure which one, how it's pronounced. They are a Chinese brand. Didn't realize that at the time. And their shipment got lost. It got lost with something else. I contacted the people for the something else, and they rectified it right away. It wasn't cosmetics, but they rectified it right away. We're going to take care of this. That's fine. DoColor took me 3 months, 2 to 3 months, maybe more, to actually get it sorted out, because I would email them and say, it is not here. It's supposedly on this truck. It was supposed to be delivered 3 days ago. It is not here. I have not seen it. It's not here. And they'd say, oh, but according to the tracking records, it's out there. And that went on for a little while. And yeah, essentially the shipment was lost. I had 2 things on that specific truck that got lost. I don't know what happened with that truck, but I got lost. And I finally had to take it to a PayPal and open a dispute. And even then it took another month for everything to sort out. It was insane. I've not tried their things. They have some really cute stuff. I really wanted to try their things, but no way in hell am I ever going to try it again, just because of that whole attitude of just continually putting me off and not listening and not understanding that, yes, I want to try your makeup, but I don't want to try it badly enough. I don't want to have it badly enough that I have to jump through all these fucking hoops to get a refund or a replacement shipment. I just don't understand what it was with them. So those are the 12 items. 2 I didn't get to try for one reason or another. So I actually tried 10 new brands that were on my list. That is actually really, really good. I believe in 2019, I had, again, 12 brands, and I was short. I think I got to 7 or 8. So, and some of that was just, I couldn't get to it. To have all of these work out, except for 2, and one of those 2 be because of the company itself, in terms of not, taking care of their customers, I'm good. I think I did really good. That's, that's a really nice percentage of what I've done. So that is a wrap up of the stuff that was on the list. Anyone that had spent any amount of time on this channel last year knows it did not stop there. And it really did not stop there. I have another palette that I tried, Glam'd by Kat. The company is closed. The palette has been given away. It's gone. So I can't show you that, but that was another one that you're not going to see over here because I don't have any of it. Let me double check this list. Okay, so there was only the 2 brands that shut down on me unexpectedly. Most of the rest of these I have tried, and a lot of them I ended up really liking, and they are going to come up on reviews. So we have Mamacita. I have not tried any of their makeup palettes, but I have tried their waterliners. I love these. I love these a lot. Not wearing one today. I'm trying to get rid of stuff, other stuff, but I really enjoy these. These shimmers have a really nice sheen when they're on the eye, and the other colors, I would say my only issue right now is that this blue is not as deep a blue as I would like when it comes up on the eye. It actually comes up fairly bright. So I would like to see a really nice deep navy. And I would also like to see them have a custom build your own eye kit, because right now they have like 3 sets. There's 6 to 8 of them for $20, which is great, but if you're only missing the blue, having to buy the whole set just to get more of the blue is kind of problematic for me. I also would like to see the colors actually have a name, because none of these colors have a name. But other than that, they're what I've been looking for. I like the Zoevas, but the Zoevas are really expensive. You can spend, for $20, you can't even get 2. So, mind you, these are smaller pots than the Zoeva, but that is also a good thing for being able to not have them go, expire on you as much. So these are really nice. I really enjoy those. I also tried Uoma. The only thing I tried from Uoma is the foundation. This has become my #1 foundation. I adore it. My only issue with it is it does not mix well with anything, pretty much. But other than that, it's got a beautiful finish. I actually want to get a lighter winter color. The color I'm wearing now is pretty much like my mid color between, fall and spring instead of summer or winter. And I need a summer color that's a little darker, but I can wear this without primer. It's a beautiful foundation. Highly recommend it if you're interested in looking for a new foundation. It is worth every penny. And I do believe that I reviewed that as well. I also tried quite a few lip companies. I tried Makeup Preview. These mattes are amazing. I am enjoying them. I want to buy more. I tried Lip Slut in the Notorious RBG. This has not been reviewed yet. I need to review it. It means I need to wear it some more, so that's got to come out. I've also tried Nasty Woman Cosmetics. This one is one of those rare true blacks. A lot of the blacks that I've gotten before, they're supposed to be black, and they are not black. And this is a true black. So there you go. It's a nice black lipstick. So another one that I need to review. But was very happy to find an actual black. Another one that I do not have is the So Chic. I tried So Chic. I also tried another one, and I can't remember, but they came in little squares. I hated them. But they came in little squares. There were pot eyeliners. They were perfect for using with my brushes that I prefer to use to do my eyelining, but they were so stiff. They were almost impossible to work with. So, and they had a high rating on Amazon, which made me sad. But, so I tried those, and I don't remember the name of them. I'll list them down below if I can find them. And then I also tried So Chic, which has the same problem as the JD Glow. They are cheaper. They do seem to be a really reasonable formula and all that, but they have the same kind of brush tip. And I ended up giving all those to my daughter. So I've been trying Rare Beauty. I've got this, and I gave the foundation to my daughter. I've already reviewed the foundation in the last foundation hunt. I also have the lipstick. I love the lipsticks. This is, and I also, like I said, I gave the foundation to my daughter. It's a nice foundation. It's just, I'm not going to get through it. I've been reaching for this so much that I'm even having to force myself to use my NYX Give Me Glow. And that tells you something, because I love the NYX Give Me Glow. But at any rate, this is okay. I don't think I would repurchase another one of these from her. But I do love the lipsticks, and I want more of the lipsticks, and I want to try the lip gloss, and there were a couple of other things she has I want to try at some point. I also I'm trying a brand called King, I believe, Q-I-N-G, and this is the Dream Purple. I've played with it a little bit, but it's also not reviewed. So this review will have to come up. I also have a entirely glitter palette from her that is unique, a really unique glitter palette. So I'm going to be playing with those and hopefully get to a review to those sometime this year. YC collection. YC collection is interesting in the fact that it actually started off with a powder that I was given a sample of through my Ipsy. I loved the powder, and I picked up the large size, but then I also picked up this palette. And when I first got this palette, I could not put it away. I loved it. I love it. I love it. So it is another thing that has to come up for review, but at this point I can say I really, really enjoy this palette. So we also have Mented, and with Mented I got a bronzer, a blush, and a lip set, which I don't have out right now. I want to try one of their, this review should be coming up soon if it's not up already. I also want to try one of their palettes, but right now their palettes are too neutral for me. I need something with some color, people. I also managed to pick up Moira, and I picked up 2 palettes from Moira. I'm actually wearing one of them today. And then I have this big face palette, which I've been looking at for a very long time. Haven't played with this as much as I thought I would. I think it's because there's so much colors in there. But the nice thing is the 2 highlighters here that I would not normally use for highlighters actually work very well on the eyes. So very nice face palette. Just I'm having trouble getting to it because there's so many colors to pick from. And the last one I picked up last year was this Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. I think I've had an Ace palette before. It was, I think it came in a BoxyCharm, and it was reds and browns. And I liked it, but it was reds and browns. And this one is more up my alley. So again, I'm going to have to get back. I just got this like in November, late November. So this is one of those that's on the to be reviewed, like the Moira is to be reviewed. Alrighty, so that is everything I tried in 2020, and it is a lot. It is, the desk is covered. It is a lot, I admit. I'm going to try to be more controlled in 2021, and I know my daughter's going to laugh at me when she sees this. She says, if my mom finds something that's interesting in the indie brand, she goes for it. She's right. I enjoy it. I really enjoy trying out new stuff. That's why it's Dommy Tries This. I like trying new stuff. However, we are going to try to be a bit more controlled because things are kind of going, you know, finances are winding down for us. So with that in mind, I want to just try to tone it down. I think I've only got 10 on here. Let me take a look at my little list. So for 2021, I've only got 8 brands this time. Like I said, finances are winding down. I need to be a bit more focused. For 2021, for the indie brands, I am trying to focus on those owned by people of color. So Black-owned brands, Latino-owned brands in particular, Asian-owned brands is fine, particularly when it comes to skincare. By the way, all of this stuff that I talked about that I tried does not count hair care, obviously. I tried a lot of freaking hair care last year. But I want to support and give more, what small platform I have, I want to give more airtime to indie brands that are owned by people of color. I will say it is sometimes very difficult to find out if a brand is owned by a black woman or a black man or a Latina. Excuse me, a Latinx. So I am going with the assumption that if it doesn't have a picture of the owner or founder, or if it doesn't have predominantly a nice mix of people of color on their Instagram and things like that, if I can't figure out who owns it, if they don't state who they are, if they don't show who they are, that they're owned by, white people. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, but I just want to support, like I said, brands owned by people of color. I have 8 brands, and one of them I have the initials for, and I cannot remember I cannot remember what the initials stand for. I will make sure to list it down below when I do. Anyway, yeah, let's get into the 8 brands. So the 8 brands are, all of these I found on IG, by the way. I don't think I found any of them on Facebook, although I might have. There may have been one that I found on Facebook, but I can't remember. So one of them is Prato's Beauty, and here's a sample of what I'm looking at over there. They are Latina owned, and IG, found them on IG, saw some pretty things. I am actually following a tag that's helping me find stuff by, people of color. And I'm wondering, trying to remember, one of these may also be a jewelry company, but I can't remember that either. The next one is MFMG, and I believe that is makeup for melanated girls. I'm not positive. Like I said, I'll list it down below, but here's some stuff from them that I'm interested in. The next one I do believe is it was actually started by a teenager, and that is Shared Planet. And I remember being confused. I think I put Shared Planet on my list, and later I went, wait a minute, and took it off because I wasn't sure. And then I found her again on IG or wherever I was looking, and yeah, it was. I do believe that this is the one that is run by a teenage girl. I'm like, go you! Anyway, so here's some things from Shared Planet. So the next one is Latinx owned, and I've actually been looking at them on and off for quite a while now, and I think they recently went into Target. Or last year they went into, not last year, 2019 I think they went into Target. I'm not positive about that. I might be thinking of another brand because my brain is scrambled that way. At any rate, that is Vive Cosmetics, and here's some of their things. Now, this next brand is one I found when I actually literally did a search, and I actually wrote it down. I have a post, and I will link it down below, that has a bunch of Latina and Black owned brands on it. And this is one of the ones that I found when I was searching for Latina and Black owned brands. This is a skincare company, so we're not going to have a lot of cosmetics, and I'm a little concerned about the prices. But anyway, so that one is Naked Flamingo Skin, and here is some stuff from them. Remember, it's skincare. The last 3 are the last 3 I added to my list, so I don't remember much about them. I do remember going through their Instagrams or whatever and going, that looks interesting, so I'll add them to the list. We are trying to find these brands owned by people of color. So the last 3 include Bebella, which is here. That might be Bebella, because I do believe it's Latinx, and the double L is like a U sound, so Bebella. I'm probably butchering it, but moving on. The next one is Killer Queen. And the last one is Ethereal. So that is my 8 brands for 2021. I do reserve the right to try others as I find them, but I'm hoping I'm going to be a little bit more controlled this year. We all know I've been terrible. I was terrible at 20. I just love it when the phone cuts out right in the middle of something. But anyway, moving on. I was horrible in 2020. I admit it. I was doing a lot of retail therapy. In December, I did manage to bring it down to just mostly picking up either inexpensive stuff, like my lipstick today is from e.l.f. and their prices are cheap, so I picked up something from them because I wanted to try this new line that they have. I believe it's new or fairly new. Or I was doing basically restocking. So I restocked skincare, I restocked like my NYX setting spray, things like that, restocking. Managed to keep it down to that in most of November and December. So I was good for part of the year. Let's hope for 2021 that I'm not going to be nearly as bad as I was in 2020, because we will be broke. That's all there is to it. It'll be bad. And, you know, yeah, I need to not be that bad anymore. Things are supposed to get better, hopefully. Alrighty, so now that I have rambled that to death, what do you think about the brands I've tried? Are you interested in any of the brands that I've already tried? Are you looking forward to, or any of these that I've said that a review is coming, like the Ace or the Moira or the Kaleidos? Are you interested in any of those in particular and seeing first? Anything like that? Is there anything in that group of stuff that I've tried that you want to try? Let me know down below. And also let me know if anything in the new brands for 2021 are interesting to you, if you'd like me to try them first before anybody else. Or if you know of another person of color owned brand that probably deserves to be on the list, let me know that too. I would love to hear your suggestions and go take a look. I do like to explore their Instagram before I go to the website, just to make sure that I'm going to be interested in something. Because a lot of times some of them seem to have, I don't know, they seem web challenged, so to speak, and the Instagram makes it all so easy to find. Plus, you can see whether or not they're being really diverse with their models and things like that. Really like to see that. Still not finding a whole lot of them using older people like me, but, you know, as long as they don't care if you're thin or heavy or what race you are, I really want to do the get into the diversity of it all. Anyway, now that I've rambled that all away, that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe if you're not yet. When you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 2 days a week, and that would be Monday and Thursday. However, we are going to be going back to our bonus videos this year. Have you missed them? Did you miss them in December? I missed them in December. I really did miss them in December. I don't think we had any bonus videos in December. Not one. So we're going to get back to them this year. Hopefully this month, but definitely this year. And that means I'll be opening indie brands again on here. And my son will hopefully be getting his new geeky type box. Don't know what kind of box it is yet, but his dad has told me he's already picked it out. Hopefully we'll see that soon, and he'll be back to opening that. I know that he's got his fans on here and you all miss him. I know you all miss him. I think he misses it too. He hasn't said anything, but I think he misses it too. And if you send anything, you don't have to, but if you send anything, that would be open as a bonus video as well, unless you don't want me to. If you don't want me to open it as a bonus video, just put a note in your box, or you can join the domytriesthis Facebook group, which is listed down below, and you can let me know on there that you have sent something and you do not want me to open your package on the video, on the channel, and I won't do it. I won't embarrass you that way, promise. I'm being a little bit more, yeah, I know, I'm being a little bit much today. At any rate, if you are interested in any of those, you will need to have that notification bell clicked, because they do not go up on regular upload days. If you're part of my notification squad, please check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. And if you choose not to subscribe, well, I would be disappointed. But I would also understand. There's a lot of YouTube out there, and yeah, there's a lot. I know. I enjoy it. I do this because I enjoy it. I would really appreciate your subscription. I would really appreciate the boost in numbers. We all could use it. However, I would understand if you choose not to, because there's a lot of YouTube out there. And that means that you are always welcome back here again. And when you do come back again, don't forget to bring your Alrighty, so this has sat here for quite a while. Way too long, if you ask me. We're going to give it a sip, and then we will get on our merry way. I like, the smell of this is kind of interesting. It's very earthy. You don't smell the vanilla, the sweetness at all. It's really an interesting scent. I like that. The sweetness has mellowed out because the tea has managed to steep in a bit more. And you do get that mix of Rooibos and vanilla. It's very, very nice. That might go in my to purchase again box that I have. Or I have stuff piling up because I want to purchase it again and just haven't gotten around to it. At any rate, that's it today. I hope you have a good one.